Actually, I just remembered we forgot our prayers. Narada Prabhu, can you start us with the prayers and then you can start with the reading.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी इति नामने रूपादस्य साहित्यम या प्रकाशस्य वितरचे प्रचुवन कीर्तन साधु भगवत पादाय ते नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमृतस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरुन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान शैगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय। DT meeting September 6, 1976, Vrindavan. Akshananda. So 5,000 you have estimated for the DTs. 5,000 for a month. You estimated last night 5,000. Prabhupada 500. Akshananda 500 for all. Prabhupada yes. Gopal Guru Maharaj for a month. Akshananda with Vishwambhar you had discussed. Prabhupada yes. Can you please move the page? Thank you. Akshananda, then I will talk to him now. Prabhupada, just like you are going to in the evening, don't divert attention. In the evening, we have estimated 4 plates, each plate 8 puris. Akshananda, 6 plates. Prabhupada, 6 plates. 6 plates, 8 puris, means 48 puris. 48 puris. Vishwambhar, calculate the atta and ghee. Akshananda, yes, you already made that estimate. Prabhupada, 2 rupees. Atta and ghee, 2 rupees. Then other preparation, another 2 rupees. Akshananda, he will tell me everything, Prabhupada. No need to. Prabhupada, no, why don't you hear? Akshananda, I'm sorry, Prabhupada. You are hearing now. 4 rupees to prepare all the plates. 4 rupees, say 5 rupees. So 5 rupees, monthly 150 rupees. So you are offering 4 times, so 150 rupees 4 times. Guru Maharaj, 600 rupees. Should I continue or?
We can do one page. Everyone can do one page each.
Okay.
So yes,
Prabhupada, 600 rupees. So take another 400 rupees, make 1,000. It should not go more than 500 to 1,000. You spend it. Rikesh, but milk, when you cook down milk to make a sweet, Prabhupada, I have taken from 600 to 1,000. All the maintenance. Akshanand, I'll take every item with Vishwambhar, every single item. Prabhupada, you don't believe me? Please raise the page, Prabhu. Where is it? You don't believe me? I think I just maybe literal one more. Yeah. Prabhupada, you don't believe me? Akshanand, I can't understand. My intelligence is not great enough to understand it. I believe you, but I have to do it. That's all. Prabhupada, I cannot go more than 1,000. Akshananda, I can't quite grasp it, Prabhupada. But you say it can go above 500, so that will be it. Prabhupada, no, 500, that is rough calculation. but we ate another 500. If there's any mistake or any error and omission, therefore I added another 500. Akshan, that means 1,000. Prabhupada, 1,000, that is sufficient. Akshan, maximum, Prabhupada, maximum, and you are speaking 9,000. Akshan, this is for food only. Guru Maharaj, it is for DT dressing. Akshan, DT food only, yes, Prabhupada. So I'm speaking of the DT, not for all. For all others, 100 rupees per head, 500 rupees. Here, puri, kachoris, and other things, all the best things. But general is not for puri, kachori, and they are general food. We are not going to supply puri, kachori, halwa to everyone. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Uttama Radhika Mataji, you can read now.
Hare Krishna. Akshananda. No, never, never have. Prabhupada, only for the deity. Guru Maharaj. Others are just dal, sabji, rice, chapati. Prabhupada, everything, everything calculated. Akshananda. I believe you, Prabhupada, but to make it practical, I want to see every item, the cost, the weight, and everything. Prabhupada, it is already calculated. Akshananda. Then I can do it. Then we can do it. Prabhupada. It is already calculated. I calculated, not with a fool, with an experienced man. Guru Maharaj. I have one other question regarding we are going to observe very strict policies. Unless somebody is working, he cannot stay in the temple. If some other tourist devotee comes from some other center, he can only stay for 3 days. But beyond that, he should either pay or he should go and preach or do something else. Akshananda, like some service. Guru Maharaj, what should we do with? Like this, some sannyasis here, like Yashodanandan Swami and his party. I hear they are going to stay for the whole month. They're already here since 2 weeks. They're occupying 2 rooms, everything. They're going to stay here till the end of the month. Akshananda. Get him to go and preach for Vrindavana. Guru Maharaj. The only reason I'm talking this is because now it's really tight. We can't take, they have air conditioned room. Prabhupada. Yes, they should go and preach and bring some collection. Guru Maharaj. They are just relaxed, resting for a month. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Rajiv Sham, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Akshayananda, for a month is too long. Prabhupada said 3 days a sannyasi should stay and then he should go and travel. The wheels should be turning. I'll talk to him. Guru Maharaj. Because this adds up, a 10 people party staying here for a month. Prabhupada. Yes, they have always come, so there must be some control. Guru Maharaj. Few men are here from Hamsaduta's party who eat with us. All these just adds up. Then our budget cannot be maintained. Akshayananda, I'll preach to him. Guru Maharaj, air-conditioned room. Prabhupada. That is another thing. They are our men. Harikesh. Yes, it's required. If anyone's ever done big preaching program, he cannot. Something indistinct. Prabhupada. But 1 month? Akshayananda. A month is a week, is a long time. Maybe a week, but a month. Prabhupada. Yes, week is sufficient. 1 month is too much. That is laziness. Akshayananda. Residential laziness. Prabhupada. So he was preaching in South India. So why he came here? There was no resting place. Rikesh. He came here. Actually, they are going north soon. They are going to be in Chandigarh when we are in Chandigarh. Guru Maharaj. That is 6 weeks from now. Rikesh. That's all right. They are also going north preaching and he is having very hard time getting his financial position down. And he has no men. 2, 3, 4 men he is having. Prabhupada. How he will return my 15,000? Guru Maharaj. that Mahamsa has taken. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Sorry, my bar here. Okay. Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhupada, I do not know Mahamsa has taken. He has to return it. Harikash, he never got it, and he wanted to join with Hamsadutta, do some type of indistinct. He's not in a very easy position right now. Guru Maharaj, he could become a part of Vrindavan and take a team out of Vrindavan. Akshayananda, I always wanted Vrindavan should have one bus. That is to say, if there is not too much endeavor to get one bus. There's so many buses are floating or through the air. Why could Vrindavan not have one bus? In that way, they can always be just like Kirtanananda Swami. There's always Sankirtan coming or going and coming, and the same people. Prabhupada, Ananda Swami, Akshanananda, Kirtanananda in New Vrindavan. All his people, they must go out and do kirtan and distribute books. They must. Everybody does it. In that way, I'm told this anyway. In that way, the devotees are enlivened and they don't become restless in the temple. Then the same ones, it's our bus, and they will come back to our temple. So we will not lose too many good devotees because they will not be attracted to go away on others. So if we had one bus, Yashodananda Maharaj, I will discuss with him. I already have. I'll just try to discuss it more. Guru Maharaj, Guru Das Swami is coming to Vrindavan with a bus. He said he's going to give it to Vrindavan. Akshayananda. And there's no need for me to go out. There's so many nice sannyasis, so many big preachers, and so many buses. So if we just try it. Guru Maharaj, Ishvara Chandra Prabhu has come from Mathura. Break. Prabhupada, when you will come to preach something, you take it from me. Ishvara Chandra, last 1.5 years, I'm trying for something in Mathura, but I'm Prabhupada. You are trying in your own way, but Krishna does not like that program. You can manufacture your something, but Krishna will allow or not. I tell you, this is practical. You are a qualified man, for an educated man, and you have come back for the last 1.5 years. Still, you are in nothing. It is surprising. That means Krishna does not want you to do that something. You take it from me. These boys have come because they found outside Krishna consciousness, life is nothing. Shall I let the next person go on, Prabhu?
You can finish this paragraph.
Thank you. That's a fact. Therefore, they are sticking to this. They knew it very well that outside Krishna consciousness, the whole world was vacant, nothing for us. That is a fact. Therefore, they have got something here. They are not foolish rascals. They're sticking for nothing. There is something. It's a fact. So for nothing, oh, we have suffered. And come to something if you want. That's Pranava. He is trying for something. He has come also in Vrindavan more than 1 year also. Huh? Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Ratikala Manjari Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, 2-3 years. Harikesh, more than that, 3.5 years. Prabhupada, and he's trying to do something, the same something. He was at home, the same woman and same man, and again also here, the same woman and man, and trying to do something, but he has no customer. He has only customer how to cheat these Europeans and Americans. Surma, coal, merchant. As if surma is not available in the market, and he advertises, this is my special formula, and this is this is this. You take it and give me 500 rupees and go away. He cannot sell outside. Otherwise, why he's sticking to Vrindavan, thinking the fools and rascals the Americans are, I shall introduce. That this material world has become nothing. You come to something now. If anyone wants to go to Bhagwan, then he has to make this material world voluntarily nothing. Nishkanchana means nothing. You understand, you translate, you know the meaning of Nishkinchan. Am I saying that right, Prabhu? Can you correct me,
Yes.
please?
It's Nishkinchanasya, and here it's Nishkinchana. Nishkinchana.
Okay. Kinchana means something and ni means not, then nothing. So one who has made this material world as nothing, how is it made? Brahma Mut Prasantama, Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, text 54. Because with this something, as soon as one will stick to this something, he'll suffer. Sada Samvigna Diham Asad Grahat. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5, Text 5. Because he has accepted this rascal situation, asat. Asat means temporary or bad. Asat, temporary or useless. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Devi Murthy.
Hare Krishna. Reply to Blitz on Blitz Tears, the Mask of Ungodly Face of Krishna Cult. September 7, 1976, Vrindavan. Guru Maharaj. That Blitz article, I wrote a reply and sent it to Krishna Modi, the Member of Parliament, and he's going to discuss it with the other members of Parliament. What I did, Prabhupada. But this article is in our favor, Guru Maharaj. No, the previous one. So, but Mr. Modi said that we don't bother about this, Guru Maharaj. Could you share the screen, Prabhu?
Yes, I'm sorry it got cut somehow. I will share the screen. Yes.
Guru Maharaj, no, he will reply. So I gave him the point. He wanted me to give him the point and the right answers. And then he will reply. Prabhupada, what are the points? Guru Maharaj, should I read the whole letter you? It's a 4-page letter. Prabhupada, Acha. Guru Maharaj, Dear Sri Modi ji, Hare Krishna, in Blitz issue of August 21st, 1976, an article under the heading of Blitz Tears, the Mask of Ungodly Face of Krishna Cult appeared. This article appeared on page 3 of the issue and was written by A. Raghavan of Blitz Delhi Bureau. We beg to state that this was a mischievous article in which the newspaper accused us incorrectly. It is our firm opinion that the purpose of this article was simply to defame ISKCON because it is engaged in spreading God consciousness based on the Vedic scriptures. For your information, ISKCON is a registered society with the Government of India. This society, Prabhupada. For your information, we beg to submit. Guru Maharaj. No, for your information, before that I have said, for your information, ISKCON is a registered society with the Government of India. Prabhupada. No, for your information, it is not completed.
Thank you. Krishna Smarana Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, pardon? Prabhupada, for your information, what is that? Gopal, Guru Maharaj, no, this is a sentence. Prabhupada, okay, Guru Maharaj, this society was formed strictly for the purpose of spreading God consciousness. We briefly submit below the misleading information as reported by Blitz and humbly inform you of the facts. What I have done is, I have shown each point that Blitz was incorrectly said and then responded to it. Should I read? Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj. Okay, point 1. Blitz, ungodly face of Krishna consciousness, ISKCON. So ISKCON is replying now. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is a worldwide community of devotees practicing the Vedic teachings, the eternal science of rendering devotional service to Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the society was founded by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, a pure devotee of God who is coming down in Parampara, started by Lord Sri Krishna 5,000 years ago. In other words, the roots of this movement trace back to at least 5,000 years. It is not a modern concoction. In India, our society is registered under the Society Registration Act number 21 of 1860. As we are a registered non-profit organization, we are required to maintain complete account of all donations received both within India and from abroad, thus keep a complete account of all our expenses. Our accounts are audited every year and submitted to the income tax authorities and the charity commissioner. Very briefly, the main object of the society as registered with the government is, I have given them the 3 main points from your memorandum of the association: to advance, transmit, and spread the ethical and philosophical principles of Krishna consciousness as revealed in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and the doctrines and the observances which serve to promote and manifest the said ethical and philosophical principles in the furthermore of the subject. To build or to assist in building temples, schools, colleges, hospitals, and other buildings in connection with or for the advancement of the objects of the society, and to maintain, alter, and improve the same, including existing buildings, and to furnish and equip the same, to print, publish, sell, or cause to be printed, published, or sold, or to distribute books, booklets, leaflets, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly newspapers, magazines, or other periodicals for the purpose of giving information for the work of the society. We refrain from our categories of sinful activities such as meat eating, intoxication, gambling, and illicit sex life. Furthermore, our entire life is dedicated to reading, chanting, and preaching about Krishna. We rise at 4 a.m. all over the world. So how can Blitz say that we are ungodly when we are following Lord Krishna's teachings? This is my reply to point 1. It is okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Advaitacharya Prabhu, would you like to read? You can read if you like.
Prabhupada, yes, this is nice, very good. Guru Maharaj, okay. Point 2, Blitz. And now it is ISKCON's MRA, Anand Marg. Just for your information, Prabhupada, MRA and Anand Marg were banned organization for murders. Prabhupada, MRA also? Guru Maharaj, yes, it is banned now. So Blitz said, and now it is ISKCON MRA Anand Marg. So ISKCON is replying, ISKCON, Blitz is trying to link us with the banned organizations like MRA and Anand Marg. We challenge Blitz to show any of our activities that is dangerous to Indian society. Our only business is to follow Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and chant Hare Krishna. This is all we are asking others to do also. We are not engaged in any political activity either. So how can Blitz compare us to banned organizations like MRA and Anand Marg? So this is my reply to point 2. Point 3, Blitz, ISKCON was founded in New York in July 1966. ISKCON, yes, ISKCON was registered in New York by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktivedanta Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami went to America at the advanced age of 70 to spread Krishna consciousness because he was ordered so by his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of Gaudiya Mutt institutions in India, to spread Krishna consciousness to the Western countries. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Prabhupada strongly desired that the whole world accept Lord Krishna's teachings, and therefore he ordered his most educated and sincere disciple, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, in 1936 to spread this teaching to the Western world. Bhaktivedanta Swami started translating Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhagavad Gita in 1936. And the late Prime Minister Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri saw Bhaktivedanta Swami's Srimad Bhagavatam. He said, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is doing valuable work, and his books are a significant contribution to the salvation of mankind. Presently, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, a division of ISKCON, has published over 60 books of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This include Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, 25 volumes, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, 17 volumes. These books have been acclaimed by both Indian and Western scholars. The books are being used by about 3,000 universities all over the world, including Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard universities. In India, in the last 4 months, close to 400 institutes have placed a standing order on Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's book. Even Russian scholars, Prabhupada, Calcutta University purchased Guru Maharaj. Yes, I said 400 universities. I did not. Even Russian scholars have praised Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's book and placed orders. For your information, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust is the leading seller of books of Vedic culture outside India. Prabhupada, topmost publisher of religious and philosophy. Guru Maharaj, topmost. Okay, Prabhupada. In the world, that is admitted. Guru Maharaj, okay, I did not put, I said outside India because Gita praise, it becomes disputable in India. So this was my reply to point 3. Point 4, Blitz says most work in India is done by foreign devotees. ISKCON, the founder Acharya of ISKCON is His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is an Indian. His chief secretary for India is also an Indian. In total, ISKCON has presently about 270 devotees in India, of which at least 150 or about 60% are Indian. Our programs in India has been praised by all leaders. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, while inaugurating our Hyderabad Center on August 18, 1976, said, history appeared to be repeating itself. One found a revival of temple constructions, temple worship, and Gita Prayan in advanced countries like USA. Prabhupada, not Gita Prayan, not Gita Prayan, Gita Parayan. Guru Maharaj, oh, Parayan, okay, I just copied the spelling from the paper, but as Parayan, okay, I will challenge it.
Thank you, Prabhu, very much. iPhone.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams. Prabhupada, no, that is understood. Guru Maharaj, okay, he complimented ISKCON for disseminating the Vedic culture. West Bengal government officials have praised our agricultural efforts. The principal officer of agriculture of Nadia district is West Bengal. In West Bengal said that our Mayapur farm is receiving attention of nearby farmers, and this farm is acting as a demonstration for them. So the statement that foreign devotees are running ISKCON in India is misleading. Point 5, Blitz. Big business in spiritual sky. Boss of West Bengal is Gregory M. Sharfs. ISKCON. In Mayapur, our devotees make handloom saris, dhotis, and gamchas. All over the world, our devotees wear the traditional Indian dress of dhoti, kurta, and saris. It is our spiritual master's desire that all our devotees overseas only overseas only wear clothes made by our devotees in Mayapur. Spiritual sky cells and services are formed just to send our Mayapur handloom and other necessities only to our centers overseas. In return, our overseas centers send Mayapur donations. Even Gandhiji wanted every Indian to be self-sufficient. That is what we are trying to do. We produce our own food and clothing. Instead of criticizing, Blitz should publicize these activities so that others can follow. Gregory M. Schaff's spiritual name is Gargamuni Swami, and he is an initiated disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Blitz had tried to portray him as a businessman who is wearing saffron clothes to deceive people. He is a sannyasi since 1966. Point 6. Blitz. Substantial amounts of foreign money is being received by ISKCON India Limited. ISKCON. First of all, our society is registered and called ISKCON, not ISKCON India Limited. They are purposefully being sarcastic. It is not a business house. Yes, we do receive remittances from abroad. Every paisa that has been remitted from abroad has come through the Reserve Bank of India. Bhaktivedanta Swami has written over 80 books which are being sold in every country in India. These books are selling indistinct $60,000 daily, which is about 5 lakhs. We have over 100 centers all over the world, and all these centers are being run by book sales. In the last 3 years, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust has published over 2 million hardbound big books, about 3.5 million softbound medium-sized books, and about 15 million magazines on Krishna consciousness. So you can see the wide acceptance of these books. Out of the 2,800 major universities in America, about 90% have purchased one or more of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's books. Occasionally, we receive contributions. This is not in cash, but in kind. For example, Alfred Ford donated 2 buildings to our society, one in Honolulu, Hawaii, and the other in Detroit, America, in London. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Purushottam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhupada, the child, thank you. You can go and play. You cannot understand. Guru Maharaj, go and play. In London, George Harrison donated a big castle, which is now called Bhaktivedanta Manor. We have purchased many buildings and converted them to temples from the sale of our books. What is wrong if a portion of Bhaktivedanta Book Trust sale are transferred to India for construction of temples? 50% of Bhaktivedanta Book Trust income is spent for further publishing. Another 50% is spent to build temples all over the world. In fact, Blitz should appreciate this because Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada books are bringing valuable overseas currency into the country without any cost to the Indian public. Point 7. Blitz, in Bombay, they have put up a temple with a barbed fence around it. ISKCON. There is no barbed wire around the temple. We invite Blitz to show us the barbed wire. There is no barbed wire. Point 8. Blitz. Already rupee 12 lakhs has been spent on an unfinished temple in Vrindavan, ISKCON. Blitz does not know that the Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan was completed and officially inaugurated by Dr. Chenna Reddy, the governor of UP, in April 1975. They are saying the temple is still being made. Point 9. Blitz. Their major centers seem to be in Orissa, the land of princes and paupers. They have built a center close to an atomic energy commission complex. ISKCON. How foolish. Our major center is not in Orissa, but in Sridham Mayapur in West Bengal. Mayapur is the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, an incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna. We are coming in Lord Chaitanya's disciplic succession, and therefore we want to develop Mayapur and make this an international center. In Orissa, we do have 2 devotees living in 3 huts in Bhubaneswar. They are living on a piece of land that was donated by one of our like members from Kolkata. If at all it is near the Atomic Energy Commission, it is not. It is only by coincidence. Prabhupada, it was donated by late Governor and Central Minister Nityanand Kaungo. Guru Maharaj, he donated it. Okay, I will write down his name them. Gaura Govind Swami, a 45-year-old retired teacher from Odisha, is in charge of our Bhubaneswar Center. So they will know. Point 10. Thank you, Prabhu. Next.
Thank you. Dhanadhar Priya Prabhu, this is the last one.
Prabhupada, so that land was donated by a prominent man, Guru Maharaj. Okay, I will write down the name. Prabhupada, Nityanand Konungo was central government minister and later on governor of Gujarat. And he often comes to see me in Calcutta. Guru Maharaj. Oh, point 10 Blitz. It has started taking interest in politics. It has started a political party in USA called in God We Trust Party. ISKCON is not involved in politics at all, anywhere in the world. 2 American devotees did contest some civic elections for which a party called In God We Trust was formed. The purpose of that campaign was to remind everyone to remember the Lord at all times, as everything belongs to God. Our spiritual master dissolved in God We Trust party in USA 4 years ago. Furthermore, there were never any plans to set up in God We Trust in India. We challenge Blades to show us any evidence to support their claim. Point 11 Blades. As far back as 1971, the Maharashtra government has taken action against the foreign devotees who have chosen to overstay in Bombay and elsewhere. ISKCON, this statement is also incorrect. The Maharashtra government has never taken any action against our devotees. Point 12 Blitz. The government has decided to stop specialized facilities rendered to foreign devotees seeking to popularize Krishna in India. ISKCON, we are very grateful to the government of India for giving us facilities for spreading Krishna consciousness. The government has not withdrawn any special facilities that have been given to us earlier. So I am sure you can see by now the extent to which Blitz has misreported ISKCON activities in India. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that one day in every town and village of the world, this Hare Krishna movement would be spread. The Vedic culture is India's real heritage, and we want to popularize it in every corner of the world. Even in Black Africa, we have locals that have joined. Prabhupada, every corner of the world for the world peace. Guru Maharaj, oh, for world peace. Do you have a pen? No. Harishori, you don't have any light. Guru Maharaj, I need my pen. It's missing. I found it. Prabhupada, because this is the only platform for United Nations which is practically demonstrated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think we can stop here because it's almost 10:20 and 9:20 here, 10:20 there, and we can just have discussion now. Discussion on the reading, reflections on the reading. I was just moved by how thorough Guru Maharaj's response was to the Blitz newspaper. And by reading it, it's like you actually felt very kind of convinced by it. Like Guru Maharaj, it's a newspaper, it had said something, he could have just left it or responded very briefly, but he really goes thoroughly in every point, he responds very deeply. And I thought that's really amazing. And Guru Maharaj is like this. He's so eloquent with his words, so sharp with his words when needed. And and he could just transcribe a letter in a matter of a few minutes. Generally, when we write, then it's clear, but when we speak, then we have to edit it and fix it and refix it. But when Guru Maharaj would, when we would transcribe his words, when he would speak, then it was like someone wrote it and edited it perfect. When he would speak, it just come out perfect. And once in a while, when he was speaking, when he was relating the letter, then he would nod off. He would, he would fall asleep because he was so tired. He would but then when he would wake up after like 1 minute, when his eyes would open again, then he would start from exactly where he stopped, and he would start speaking again. It was just like, it was one of the most wonderful things, because you could see it was coming from somewhere else. It wasn't it wasn't ordinary, his speaking. So similarly, this letter was just so touching.
I was in the beginning of the reading, Guru Maharaj was working with a devotee and thinking about how the money should be used and preparing the bhogas and preparing the prasadam. And Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada was so genius. And he was also a bargaining type of personality that we see. He says $500 and he come up to $1,000 after that, rupees. So, and the Guru Maharaj has similar kind of qualities too. He's also like bargaining, but he does not appear like that. So he says, well, then like our Guru Puja, I says, oh, just do only one thing, two things. And because he knew that if he gives that, what you call free control, then we can do too much, So he's a similar kind of personality between Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada. And of course, when he responded to Blitz, Guru Maharaj, you can see how genius he was. Because each sentence is like 4 or 5 lines, it's not a completing one. And that was in his classes, in the earlier classes, if you listen in the 80s, he will speak in one sentence or 5, 6 sentences combined together. And you cannot sometimes even realize. And now when I used to listen that time, I cannot really understand too much. Now if I listen that class, you cannot change any words from that speech. It's so perfectly done. I think that's his genius nature. Of course, he was pure devotee, but as a human being, if you think about it, it's genius.
Yes, Prabhu. So nicely put. Yes. His intelligence was spiritual, right? Like you could see, like
Yes.
it wasn't normal how he would be so perfect with his words. Also, I found very wonderful that like a good section of this, large section of this was on book distribution and Prabhupada's books. Like there's so much content on that there. How Prabhupada, he was writing, glorifying how Prabhupada was the most published author in the world, and 2 million copies of this and 18 million copies of his magazines. So just found it a nice coincidence that we're in the we're in the middle of Bhadra Purnima, and here it's talking about book distribution. Others can offer. Sham Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Just to add one more point, that Prabhupada listened very nicely, carefully about Guru Maharaj's the response to the bliss, and there was no correction by Prabhupada. That itself is the proof that how intelligent he was.
Prabhu, you got muted.
Am I muted?
Yeah, now you're fine. Yes, you got closer.
So, Prabhupada did not find any corrections in his response. That means, there was really in thoughts and intelligence, there was not much difference between Prabhupada and Gurudev. That is the amazing thing.
Yes, Prabhu, such a wonderful point, actually. You highlighted that point and reminded us. It also occurred to, I think, a few of us that Prabhupada didn't give any correction, right? He said, this is perfect. This is wonderful. Narad Muni Prabhu, your hand is also up.
Thank you. Few points. Number one, from the starting in the DD budget, Prabhupada was taking every small detail. So many rupees for this, so many rupees for that. Like 2 for atta and ghee for this. So every detail he's considering, and then coming up with the budget for the details. And Guru Maharaj is also supporting that. And Guru Maharaj's also second point is about visitors coming to the temple. Maharaj is very strict that 3 days is enough. After that, they should be involved in some kind of contribution to the temple, just not like staying there and being lazy and not to contribute anything to the temple's programs or temple's expenses. So that is very strong point, and I still see there are some things happening in some temples which is not according to that principle. So we can see how we have drifted from that principle also. And third point is about this Blitz. Blitz was a very popular newspaper in India at that time. And it used to come out and people were, all the so-called intelligent people were supposed to read it. And like Maharaj given very detailed take on every point what's been being mentioned. But I still see it has been going on in India also. Anti-ISKCON propaganda. So to speak, the money from India goes to America. For last 3-4 years, always comes up. I've seen our social media, and I reply to them. I think every 2 days. Recent also came up, and I replied to that in the social media. Somebody from my group sent me that clip. That money from India goes to ISKCON money, like ISKCON money is sent to other countries and all. So I replied with all the facts. And then secondly, I got a video from this Pundrik Maharaj, who is from the Radharaman temple, supporting ISKCON. That ISKCON money doesn't go to out of India. It actually brings money from India, but money from outside to the Indian temples, everything. He also quoted about the temple of Vedic planetarium. So I put that video also in my reply. And always comes up. I don't know why, but it should be responded very strongly whenever this comes up in the social media, because they are trying to kind of give a bad image to the people in India that money from India is going to America to ISKCON. So we have to be very careful when we see these things on social media. We must reply to that, no matter whether it's our friend or whatever it is. And that independent video by this Pundrik Maharaj of Radharaman temple, that also supports, because not from ISKCON, but he's from our Gaudiya Sampradaya anyway. So that also supports. I think I have that clip in my reply. That should be also added. Somebody sees a reply like that.
Yes. Yes. You're muted, Prabhu.
Has anybody has received those kind of anti-ISKCON propaganda in the social media?
Yes, I think I had a few friends in India sending me some videos from Indian peoples, how ISKCON sending money from India to USA. And I responded to my friends, giving my personal example. I tell them how much money I give to India every year, how much Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj comes, he collects $200,000, take it and transfer to India. It's a simple example. And people who trust me, friends, they will believe it, and they can also help to minimize that kind of propaganda also. About Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada's very logical concerns about using the proper money for the prasadam and everything. The lessons that we need to learn now, when we make a prasadam, we don't even measure 2 puris and 4 puris and 6 puris. When we make puris and pakoras or whatever cooking we do not have any kind of control. Anybody feels like whatever wants to cook, they just cook it. And every temple in ISKCON is doing the same thing, India or in foreign countries. There is no concerns about saving money for ISKCON or saving money for Krishna. That is something changed. And I think when you read this kind of conversation, I think those people are involved in ISKCON management anyway. They should really understand and realize that we should cut back the cost, we should not waste the money at all. And that's happening in every temples nowadays. So that's another change, almost 100 degrees. To learn when you read it, I think we need to have some kind of message that we should get and we should act on.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Guru Maharaj often was very exemplary in that famous video is there where he walks across the room to close the light, Prabhu. Like just even to save that little bit of electricity. He was so careful. And Ajay Gauranga Prabhu reminds us that he was going, and there's also a picture of Govardhan there. So Ajay Gauranga Prabhu thought that maybe Guru Maharaj has gone to see this picture of Govardhan and he's going to say something about Vrindavan. And he goes there, he just turns off the light and comes back. He was so careful with Krishna's money. Yes. Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Yeah, as Advaita Acharya Prabhu mentioned, and you and others have mentioned, I just did it. You never hear that. When we were reading this, I was thinking when I was listening to different lectures that Guru Maharaj would do, there was never an or an or any kind of hesitation. He had his message and he would deliver it. And it, as you said before, it's as though it's coming from some other place. It's absolutely extraordinary. I have never ever seen anybody who can deliver a message in that way. And when Guru Maharaj was going through all the different points, I was also thinking that these are good points that if it's necessary for us in the future to respond to naysayers or people who are trying to create doubt about our society, that we have it all written perfectly, how the roots of the movement and how the accounts are audited every year, and all of these points, they're just absolutely perfect. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, thank you. Yes, such nice observations and such nice points. That Guru Maharaj never had an in his lectures. He is so perfect. He was one time also, I remember, just you were saying that reminded me, there was one very senior chief minister who was sitting in his class, and during his class, oftentimes Guru Maharaj was sometimes, on such an intense schedule that even while giving class, he would doze off. Like, he would doze very rarely, but once in a while it would happen, like he would doze off. So the chief minister was sitting there, and once or twice, not chief, like some minister of UP or something, and once or twice he dozed off like this. And then we were thinking, in our material calculation, oh, Guru Maharaj is like dozing off and the minister is here, like what are people going to think, or this, that. And then after he finished his class, he came off the Vyasa-san, he was walking out, and this minister, she came up to Guru Maharaj and she was like, that was the best class that I ever heard. I felt you were just speaking to me. It touched my heart. You were just speaking to me. I just felt 100% like you were saying what I needed to hear. And we were just like, wow, this is Guru Maharaj's potency. So transcendental, beyond any material calculation. And Krishna was giving him Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, right? From within the heart, he's directly connecting with him, guiding him within the heart. Yes. These great souls have a direct connection with Krishna. What can we think? Thank you for that very wonderful memory and appreciation. Anyone else who hasn't spoken? So many of 40 people on the call, but only a few people are speaking. Someone, please. This is just about Guru Maharaj's classes, his speaking, any realization on his words and his classes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, on page number 133, there is a discussion between Ishwar Chandra and Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada. And I really like how Prabhupada replied to this, that to Ishwar Chandra Prabhuji, that he said that last 1.5 years I am trying for something in Mathura, but I am, and then Srila Prabhupada said, you are trying in your own way, but Krishna does not like that program. You can manufacture your something idea, but Krishna will allow or not, I tell you. And then Srila Prabhupada says, you take it from me. And we see in our Guru Maharaj's life that he exactly took whatever Srila Prabhupada gave. And that is why Guru Maharaj was so successful. And this is a learning to all his disciples, that whatever Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada has given, we should just carry that onwards.
That's such a beautiful point, Mataji. So wonderful. And Guru Maharaj often said that is his secret. He very often said that, one amazing sentence of his was, you will always see that Prabhupada is always right. He said, you will always find out that Prabhupada is always right.
Yes. Yeah, just 2 days before the Shavtar Prabhu came to our house. And while going, he told me that, like we read every day the 10 offenses to the holy name, in the similar way we should read the 10 instructions that Guru Maharaj gave and just follow those instructions. And the very first instruction in those 10 instructions is that Prabhupada is all-time Shiksha Guru for all the disciples of Guru Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhupada is always guiding us, and he's the preeminent Shiksha Guru of ISKCON. So yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So we can end the reading part. I quickly just wanted to give everyone a small update. So Ranchor Prabhu told me yesterday that we're almost about 2,700 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. And our goal was 5,000, is 5,000, but we're at 2,700 sets. Almost, you could say, we've crossed more than half, 2,500, we passed it, almost to 3,000. And at this point, if we stop, then even this by itself, in ISKCON, everyone is very, admiring Guru Maharaj and his words and his potency, that by his words, so many sets went. This is about half of what North America does. Like the whole of North America does 4,000 to 5,000 sets. Like I think last year they did a little over 4,000 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. And just a small group of disciples, Guru Maharaj's disciples, have done almost 3,000. So even if we stop at this point, no one will blame us. And everyone, Vaisheshika Prabhu is so happy. And Savas Prabhu, who's now the chairman of the BBT Trust, after Guru Maharaj's departure, he's like so happy. So if we stop now, no one will blame us, and everyone is very happy. At the same time, Guru Maharaj's words were 5,000, and so it would be wonderful if, just for our happiness to please Guru Maharaj, just for Guru Maharaj's happiness and our satisfaction of pleasing him, if we can reach that number. So if someone has any ideas or just time, because most of this is calling up people. When you call people or you message them, you connect with them personally, then they step forward. So we've received the blessings and the push from His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj. He gave us the the spiritual energy to do this, so to say, the direction, the inspiration. But our part is connecting with people, and that's what, that's what makes an idea into fructification. So we have the final stretch, and perhaps, we basically 10 people, if they take responsibility, not that they sponsor, but they take responsibility for 200 sets each. 10 people take responsibility for 200 sets each, will reach our goal of 2,000. And there's at least 10 big yatras in North America of Guru Maharaj, DC, Atlanta, Toronto, Vancouver, and Dallas, and in the Alachua area, and all these things. So, which have already done so much. But if we think about people who might be well-to-do, who can sponsor more, or if we've done one, we can double it and do two. Like this, if there's ideas and ways in which we can do that, then it'll be an amazing offering. And and this can also be something, just last thought on this, that is, it will also be a very powerful gesture to the movement, that Guru Maharaj's disciples are making a contribution, and they're together. Like for example, Indradumna Maharaj's disciples, they put up the Sadhu Sangha. It's like, it's really, everyone's doing it, but it's a lot of their initiative is Indradumna Maharaj behind it. So in the same way, it's like, if we do this, among the many, many things, wonderful things that devotees are doing, if we do this, it makes a statement that, Guru Maharaj is what's always behind book distribution, and his disciples come together and they do like 5,000 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam, more than the whole United States is doing. It glorifies Guru Maharaj and shows that, his disciples are pushing hard in ISKCON and doing wonderful things. So it actually is a matter of glory. Like Janardhan Maharaj has said, just repeating his words, it glorifies Guru Maharaj's, it's another small thing to glorify Guru Maharaj's influence and his mercy. So yeah, so if someone has ideas, and time to help, then now is the time. We have literally 1 or 2 weeks before they calculate all the sets for the year. So it's not even like a long-term commitment. It's just like 2 weeks of, and then it's then it's there. So yeah.
Yeah, Prabhu. Why not Subhas Prabhu fix one price? Because different temple have a different price. Some temple charging 300, some temple charging $250. Indian set, so mostly who is an Indian, they know what is the Indian price. So this type $250 per set, Indian set. They say, we are at $250, we find India 3 set.
Yes.
Why we need to pay here $250?
Yes. So though that's been an issue, we know that very well. So I mean that's a big problem, but that we can deal with, like, individually. We will. So we don't have to discuss that too much right now. That's a big discussion, and we'll get into it. But if anyone wants to sponsor, but the price is the problem, then we can discuss that, and we'll work with that temple.
Prabhu, this is now have a Facebook. No, everyone can fix price one. Maybe BBT decide the Bhagavatam this fixed price. They can post it. Then a lot of people more interested to take. Which a non-devotee also interested to take. So yes. Right now, not fixed price.
Yes. No, I agree with that, Prabhu. I'm just right now we're taking ideas on how we can increase the distribution. So fully agreed. We'll come back to this. Divya Bhakti Mataji, you had your hand up.
Thank you, Prabhu. No, I have to think more, and I may contact you. But thank you.
Yes. I just wanted to put this out there, not to create a big discussion here, but just anyone who's interested, you can message and connect. So please keep that in mind. And just it's a small request to everyone, because this is a disciple group effort, all of us in it together. So and it's just time. That's all it is. The more time you put into it, the more books you get. So, round the clock, like some devotees have been texting and connecting and they're starting to get tired. So if other devotees have a little time, then we have the GKG 5000 group. You can join that. Not just joining, but the main thing is calling the people that you know, connecting with them, or people if you don't know, there's people that we know that you can connect with. Just a matter of time to connect with them. So any
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Ram Murari Das here.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I sent you the updated counts for ISKCON Potomac. We have closed the campaign here. I don't think we are distributing anymore. We just closed it day before yesterday or yesterday. The total count was 250, around 250, 251 Bhagavatam sets. But still, as you said, overall it's still short. I don't know what's the overall USA. So you're saying GKG 5000 is separate from overall North America Prabhuji Srimad Bhagavatam sets count?
So whatever the overall is, we don't know. They haven't counted. This year they haven't counted, right? But whatever the overall is, the leaders in our movement and the devotees, they know that we've done 2,700 sets. And Vaisheshika Prabhu had mentioned that he's also going to announce it at some point when they do it, that this was a special contribution and gesture from the disciples of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj in glorification of Guru Maharaj. Especially because this year they have made Guru Maharaj their logo for the whole of BBT, as you saw. And Vaisheshika Prabhu, almost in every presentation, he mentions Guru Maharaj. Suvas Prabhu as well. They, in terms of book distribution, Guru Maharaj was and is the hero of every in every score everywhere. So especially because they did that, this was very apt that, well, then the disciples made an effort to distribute a lot of books and Bhagavatam sets, this year. So we don't know what that count is, but whatever it is, they will announce and they will appreciate that together we tried and did 2,700 sets. And of course, the individual temples will get their scores. So this 2,700 is just, it's a score of Guru Maharaj, basically. It's just something that they will mention separate.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a few concerns and questions about book distribution. A lot of devotees do not understand how this whole program runs. This is, we put GKG 5000 for North America. How about other countries? About Guru Maharaj, book distribution on the name of Guru Maharaj. Because there are so many countries, Russia, everywhere the book distribution is going on. India also. Do you have any kind of, some kind of what you call informations that, okay, Guru Maharaj's disciples contributed for this year Bhagavatam sets, not only USA, not North America. I'm talking about GKG, Guru Maharaj's disciples. Can we get that kind of information or not? Number one. Number two, this book distributions happens about Bhagavatam set. What they're going to do with all this 3,000 sets? Where they're going to go? It's going to on sale again or free giving it? I think those kind of questions that devotees needs to know so they can understand. So any program you do, let's say suppose tomorrow, Guru Maharaj is always involved in every activities. It's not only book distribution. Of course, book distribution is priority and temple construction. There are two things that Guru Maharaj always prioritize. But Guru Maharaj also in prasadam distribution, Guru Maharaj also in preaching programs, a lot of things that Guru Maharaj has involved, because for him is not only one part, he's involved in every program that is involved. So let's say you have interest of book distribution, so you can just push for that. I have interest for what you call construction of temples. I put that program also. And we have disciples. If everybody can, just like Guru Maharaj participated in every program, as a disciple, we should also participate in every program that ISKCON is promoting. It is going to benefiting to us more rather than not participate in other different programs also.
Yes.
So I think as a leader, as a Janardhan Maharaj or somebody who's really taking now leadership role, they should have inspirations to every program that ISKCON is promoting. We should contributing something on every program. That's way I think more service we provide to ISKCON overall. That's one thing. So I think we need to maybe discuss among Guru Maharaj programs that's running around. I mean, those are on the plan. And if you can give more information about that, people will maybe more encouraged to contribute on book to district also.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not only Bhagavatam, but Bhagavad Gita program also.
Yes.
So we
So,
don't
yeah,
know.
Prabhu, I just wanted to
We
respond.
just sponsor the book, and then we have no idea what happens after that.
Yes, yes. So
Do you have any
just
information you
to,
can share? Otherwise, you can discuss later on.
yes, Prabhu. But just to, as far as the general thing, I wanted to mention that, like you're saying, basically, these are good questions. I mean, these are questions for His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj, because everything, this whole endeavor was, by his blessing. So basically, I suggested this idea to him, and he approved it, and he's behind it, and so where we put our efforts in, that's like you're saying, it's Maharaj's call, or as disciples together we decide. But basically, this one particularly, Janardhan Maharaj was sort of behind it. And then just as far as the temples, the books go, that's up to the temples. So basically, this is, I think, one of the nice things of this program is that people are sponsoring with their local temple where they have a relationship. So they have a relationship with, Vancouver devotees have a relationship with their local president, and they're sponsoring based upon that relationship and that faith and trust. So initially, Vancouver was not doing it because they said, the temple president, Nitai Ram Prabhu, who's our godbrother, he was saying, we already have 50 sets and they haven't been distributed that were sponsored last year. And then he distributed them and he said, now we're short, we want to sponsor more. And then they went and they sponsored some 62 sets, and they know where they are and they know where they're going. So every temple and community is sponsoring locally, and so they know, and it's their responsibility to see where it's going. So, for example, I'm not, or someone else is not taking money unless they don't have a temple. Then they're doing it through ISKCON Naperville, and that was like 1 set, 2 set here and there, and then they're giving a specific address where the set should go, and that's where it will be mailed to. So, like, one Mataji just wrote to me and said, I want to send to my uncle, and he's in India. How much will the set be? And I told her, this is how much it is through Gram Vidyadan, and please send me the address. And so she sent the address, and then at that address, the set will be going. But this is a very important point that you brought up, and that's a thank you, because we have to clarify this, that no sets are unaccounted for. It's like either someone is sponsoring to be sent to a relative through Gram Vidyadan, Balaram, or the sets are being done through a temple, and then it's between them and their temple. So if they don't feel comfortable to do it through their temple, they don't have to sponsor. But if they want to, and they can also talk to their president or their leader there, if they have a specific desire where the sets should go, since they are sponsoring, it's their choice. So they can say, I'm sponsoring 50 sets and I want them to be distributed to college students. And so if that's what they want, then the temple, if they're sponsoring, the temple should be obliged to do that.
No, most of the devotees, they sponsoring, they don't decide where to go. It's just a gay sponsoring. So temple then decides to do what the sets, or
yeah, because they're sponsoring with a local temple.
So the local temple can decide what to do.
Yeah, but they should have a say. Like, for example, Detroit devotees are doing through Jagat Guru Prabhu, and Jagat Guru Prabhu has some plan there. Baltimore devotees are doing through Neil Madhav Prabhu, so they know what, so they should have some idea, I'm hoping. But if they don't, then that's their choice, if they want to sponsor or not.
So my second question in that, let's say suppose Baltimore Temple has got or Potomac got, let's say, 250 cents sponsorship. So those 250 cents money will go to the BBT or what? And this get the sets in the temple, or just money stays and temple can devotee use that money for some other purpose too? Is it true or false?
Well, that goes to Garuda Hari Prabhu's question, because so the temple's cost is something, and they may be asking more than their cost. So that then is the temple's prerogative. So if one temple is asking 350, like some temples are, then that means they're spending half of that towards the books, and half of that they're spending it for temple construction or whatever they want to, or sometimes they spend it to get more books. So that Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, they both allowed that the temple can make some profit off of the books and support themselves. So yeah, that's and that's why Garuda Hari Prabhu is hard, because that decision, it belongs to the temples. So like Suvas Prabhu cannot say do it this much, because Prabhupada gave that decision to the temples. It's a way that the temples maintain
Yeah,
themselves.
that's independent. So
I just wanted to add one sentence, Gopal Hari Prabhu. Just a quick thing. So as you said, Prabhuji, right? Any surplus funds that will be with Potomac Temple, for Bhagavatam sets not being sent out. Actually, during this call, I was getting instructions on sending through NAFTA, Bhagavatam sets to India, or wherever we have to send them, including the private sponsorships. So any surplus funds which we'll have, Prabhuji, will be with the temple. It's up to the temple's discretion. We try to work with the temple to send them, like for ITCT, any surplus funds, we try to, always, and they're very nice, we can send them to India for the ISKCON tribal cause that, that the sponsors have given for. So I just wanted to clarify that. You're 100% right. It's up to the local temple how they decide to use it.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for confirming that. Yes. I mean, that's the way it should be. And then, of course, there's always an exception. Someone doesn't do that or something, but we don't. I mean, that's true anywhere in any place, that there'll always be some exceptions, but that's the way most everywhere it's being done, that the temple is deciding.
Gopal Prabhu, like I am giving example, Aditya Prabhu giving 20 set. So he want to giving his friends, doctor, office, where he taking 15 set. He bring temple to he bring 15 set, he personally go each office, he distribute, or he want to give temple authority the 15 address, United States. The temple authority should be sending there, and 5 set he giving India, he want to give India friend. Then temple authority sending to Bombay BBT.
Yes.
This 5 set distribute there. Then Bombay BBT sending there. Like this, actually. I heard this way. So like I'm sponsoring 7 set. The 7 set everything did India. Nothing 1 set America.
Yes. So actually, that's why just this year, North American BBT, they started this NIFTA program, which is through North American BBT. I mean, it's basically BBT, it is BBT, but they are handling this basically. So because this is the case for many people, that someone is wanting to give a set in India from here in America. How do they do it? So they do it through this program. So you give money, the temple gives money to them, and they handle all the shipping and everything. Hopefully it will work. I mean, it should work. But this is a BBT program, and we're simply following instructions. So this
I'm a 7 set sponsor already. 7 set each people house already.
They reached, huh?
Yeah.
Jesse, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Wonderful.
So, like Aditya Prabhu, you are sponsored 20 set. You are bring 20 set your home, or you give to temple authority the 20 set where you want to give address.
I'll discuss with Hari Prabhu. He will take care of what my desires.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So this clarifies. So now we have the logistics clarified. So please now, everyone, please let's
I think ISKCON Potomac can do more. I can see that.
Yes, Prabhu. You did 50 sets, so you gave the example. Now
Yeah,
others
but,
also.
I think a lot of people can. We can still push more. I agree with that. It's we are not done with our capacity.
Anybody have a extra books? You can give to me. I'm a distributor here university. Bhagavad Gita, any books, it no matter. Any books. Here have a free library. Their student come and sit down here reading and distribute here. Anybody extra books can give to me. I distribute here university.
Okay.
Okay.
So Advaitacharya Prabhu is saying that we can do more. So everyone, please take that lead and let's do more. Let's complete the goal. Yes.
Yeah. Those who are not sponsored, at least we can appeal them. Hopefully, give some. It's a little bit contributions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what a update, Dasata Prabhu program and Vishnunam Prabhu. Any update?
Through WhatsApp, we'll do that. I think it's 10 o'clock. Let's end now. Can we end? Yes.
Okay. Very well.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.